is in the house.
Boy, the bot's kicking in real fast nowadays.
Yeah, it sounded like it was demonic there for a second. Oh,
Oh boy, oh boy.
Will. We got plenty in the room tonight.
It's a bit nippy tonight, though.
Nippy my foot, it's damn right cold.
Going out of the room like that and locked you back in.
Yeah, come out of Walmart and them automatic doors open. Man, it's like you're standing in front of a hurricane fan.
Yeah, you hear about all these UFOs that they're getting video and pictures of all of a sudden.
No, I've not heard nothing about that.
Oh, multiple mysterious UFOs captured on video over California.
Oh, hell, they weird out there anyway.
And unfortunately, I'm not going to try to play anything on my channel because they'll get me. But from what I can see, it is something very UFO-ish, if you know what I mean. But I didn't hear about anything getting shot down over California like we did before, like in Alaska and Michigan and whatnot.
Now, when you say UFO, are you talking alien UFO or are you talking balloon UFO?
Alien.
Okay.
Yeah, these are really strange.
Well, you know what I said about a month or so ago about UFOs and aliens.
Yeah.
So we've got White Life. We've got Nate Damper. We got Hello Miss Chef Kicker. Chris Pratt, PNW. Wait a minute, I'm back in chat up. Miss Ginger Ninja.
Red Scout.
Oh. Chicken Noodle Girl. Hello, lady.
We got Pete, Dana B, Ginger Ninja,
Bubble Bibble, Bibble.
Who?
Hey,
Casey Davis.
We got dogs barking in the background. Miss Dana B. Hello, young lady.
I haven't seen the bot say anything yet.
Oh, I've not seen one.
Oh, okay. I see the bot log in everybody's chat and everything, but I don't see.
Oh, okay.
And that's another good thing about having a bot on your computer. It actually copies everybody's chat. That way, if somebody says something and then it comes up in, something with YouTube saying you can't do that, and I can go back and check my logs and see, no, they didn't say that. That's not what they said, or if it was removed or something, I can always go back and verify it on my end.
Okay. And we have a kind of like a new one up in here. Sharon is key. Hello, how are you? Welcome to Big Top. I can't say Nut House. That is reserved.
No, I don't have a cold. Not yet. Knock on wood. I probably shouldn't have went out in shorts today, but
oh Lord,
that's all right. Because if you got as much hair on your legs as you do your face, you ain't got nothing.
No, I used to. The hair's kind of rubbed off by now, but Yeah, I got to take the
Well,
time off. We don't have a guest.
I got to looking today. I got more hair on my face than I do my arms and chest.
I don't know.
I don't have that much hair.
I'm pretty hairy on my arms. Except I'm surprised I still have hair on this arm because this was my welding arm. You know, where you hold the rod and the sparks go up on this one.
Yeah. Well, you could back in my younger days, I always sharpened knives and everything. And I always walked around in short sleeve shirts, and you could always tell when I had a sharp knife on me.
Yeah.
Shave his arms.
Go ahead.
Oh, I got one right now. I'm scared to death to do that. It's sharper than a razor blade.
Yeah, this one's pretty sharp.
But
little bitty thin knife. There's a little real thin.
I love sharpening them. Yeah.
Yeah.
But my son-in-law gave me a survival knife for Christmas. It's got the striker with it and a whole 9 yards, ferrule rod, and that knife right there, you can probably cut fog in 5 different directions.
Hey, Bunky. You guys had a good little live stream last night.
Did she?
Oh, yeah.
Last night was Monday. Duh.
Yeah. KK did one of my favorite songs. Because I met her in person before she probably 8 years before she passed. A lead singer, Cranberries.
Okay.
Yeah.
Casey Davis, I hope everybody remembered to run their clocks ahead 1 hour this week.
I could have swore it was going to be next week. I didn't even know it happened.
Really?
Yeah. All the stuff nowadays does it for you.
Not in my house.
I do remember Sunday though. I could have swore I lost an hour or gained an hour somewhere because it seemed like it. Usually, I start getting sleepy and tired around 3-4 o'clock in the morning, and then I realized I looked at the clock and it don't seem right. And then I got up this morning. I was like, "Wait, when is the time change supposed to be?"
Lake Fairy has appeared.
Hello, Lake Fairy. She has appeared.
Hey, Lake Fairy.
Or she's got a beard, one. And 101's in the room. Hello, Preppin'.
Hey, 101. Hope you're doing better.
I'm going to ask the same thing.
I haven't even been on the computer to look and see if he's still scheduled for tonight. Are you still up for tonight for your live 101?
Well, come on, answer. Kitty cat got your tongue? I had to do that.
I hope there's not no little fairies flying around in here.
What? When?
Okay, he's better, but going live tomorrow. Okay.
All right. Hey, do I still need to come up there and take your rear end to the doctor? Because if so, let me know now. I'm bigger than he is. There's just one question. Well, no, I can't say that on there. So, The hamster's got 101's tongue. Is that what happened?
Well, guess we should talk about the kind of title like time's running out. I keep saying I don't know how much longer we have and whatnot, but if you go back in time to where, say, you had $200 that you had to feed your family, imagine the stuff that you could get for in 2019, $200 to feed your family for that, and then now $200. You're lucky if you
feed your dog.
Yeah. Stuff is so expensive. I remember getting stuff. Canned food was most vegetable canned food was under $1. Even the name brand stuff. Now it's $1.19 for the really cheap Walmart brand that you don't want to be eating because it's from China.
101, really?
Oh boy,
he is.
I don't think that's possible.
If he does,
I'd be more worried about your house floating away.
I mean, well, you do have a good point about the prices of food and everything. It's kind of, I mean, I went to the store today and bought a few bags. Didn't get jack, but it cost me over $100.
Yep.
The wife looked at me. She said, "What did we buy that costed that much?" I said, "That was the rent for the buggy."
Okay, I went and got orange juice. Try to remember a bag of chips. There's a few other things. Oh, some macaroni. A couple things of frozen fruit. What else did I get? Probably just one or two other things. Nothing, no high price things. And it was over $50.
Really?
Yeah. So when I say time's running out, if you're not getting a whole bunch of money from someplace out of the blue, and you're all of a sudden wanting to start prepping all of a sudden because you're coming awake and you're reading between the lines, you're doing your own research, you're not listening to the news, and you're seeing all this stuff happening, and you're starting to get a little paranoid.
Good reason.
You kind of have good reason to be because you're a little behind.
Mm-hmm.
And right now it's going to be real hard for you to start prepping. Not that you can't. That's the thing. You still can. It's just you have to be what they call frugal.
Well, now I'm going to say something that 99% of the people in chat, I just about bet you, are preppers. One way or another. The reason we keep repeating what we are saying is, we don't know everybody that watches. There could be 50 people watching, but not type nothing. And that way we don't really there. So we don't know if they're preppers or what they are.
And I get more views after the live is done than during the live.
Yeah.
Which I don't know if that's part of YouTube's mumbo jumbo or what, but it's just what it shows. And even those here, there might be some ideas, and that's what I love about when people comment when I do videos of getting how to get 10 things for cheap, or 10 preps that are disappearing, you better get them now, and what can you get in its place and stuff like that. And when people post in comments suggestions and stuff, that's the gold mine right there. I'm just a vessel so people can actually like read the comments. That's why a lot of times I'll say check the comments, because there's always good ideas about certain things.
Well, right now, with the plants and everything, it's been kind of quiet a little bit. And my figuration is they're sitting back thinking up stuff that's going to happen or should happen. And one of the things is this right here, if I can get it brought up. Well, damn, I thought I was slow. Okay. Now, here's the headlines. I'm not going to tell you where I got it from, but I got it. Tyson Foods to shut 2 U.S. chicken plants with nearly 1,700 workers. One of them is in Chicago, March 4th.
Yeah, I knew about that one.
And let me see. I'm looking. The biggest one, it don't say. One in Glen Allen, Virginia, with 692 employees, and a plant in Van Buren, Arkansas. Said two. It just okay. Let's. What didn't it just do 3?
Well, the thing is, the one in Chicago.
Yeah.
Of course, majority of those people are going to be laid off, but there are some that's going to be. They moved them down to a different color state, if you know what I mean.
Okay.
They move them down south. A lot of companies that's in Illinois, food places and other businesses, big business, are moving down to states like Texas, Arkansas, Oklahoma, certain color states.
Yeah.
Because they know better.
Well, see,
I'll put it that way.
A lot of people in here has heard one of the cities that are close by me that I refer to. And I'm not going to say it for certain reasons. But in this little town that I live in, Walmart employs 1/2 of the city. And when Tyson here came in, they employed the other half, And I mean, that's the 2 biggest things that we have here in this little town.
Yeah.
And I meant to pull up the population for this little community before I got on here tonight, but I forgot. But yeah. I'm going to say at least maybe 5,000-6,000 people. And for this town, that's right many people, But like I said, or like I'm trying to get at, chicken plants are closing. What's next? Is it going to be hogs? Is it going to be cows again?
Yeah, I was going to say again.
Is it going to be turkeys? I mean, if you
Well,
got,
that's Tyson too, though.
yeah,
They do turkeys there too.
they do, but I don't think they do it here in my city. I don't think they do. Because every truck I've seen is me chickens, and I've been following them, hoping a couple of them would.
Oh, they do it seasonal though.
Okay.
They'll run. Yeah, they'll shut the line down and run just turkeys, and then they'll freeze them and they'll store them somewhere for the season. And this question here, they are, from what I gather, because they had me do a review on their product and everything, and from my gathered is a cheap way to get antibiotics. They give you antibiotics for skin, like ointment antibiotics. Inside antibiotics would be your gut, all kinds of different ailments that would arise that you would need an antibiotic for. And right now antibiotics are very high. When I had to take the antibiotics when I was in the hospital, the IV thing, that little thing about that much was $700 and some for that little bag of liquid that was gone in 30 minutes. And I had to have that every day when I was there. So very, very expensive stuff. And the pills that I had to take afterwards was $400 some for 7 days. So, and I don't think I have the right discount code anymore, but I think they give you 10 to 15% off now, and it's like $200 for a full supply of antibiotics for, like I said, all ranges of ailments that you would have.
Oh yeah,
be it oral or the inside or the salve or whatever, all that stuff.
Well,
I actually, here, let me grab it up here.
Well, now I do know that Lake Ferry has said a while back ago, and I'm going to back her up on this. If you can, go to the store and buy medicine for next year. Stock up on it, because darn good and well, flu season is here and it's going to come back.
There, let's see if I can put that up there. I'm not going to show you the bottles because it's got my name and stuff in there, and there's that bit of it. Comes with all that stuff for, I think it came up to like $225 or something like that.
Thank God for insurance, right?
No, you have to pay for this out of your pocket.
Really?
And yeah, this is because this is for, like, if something happens and you can't get anything. The fact is, you have to talk to a doctor. They'll you give them your history, what medications you're taking and all that, your weight, height, and all that mumbo jumbo. And a doctor reviews it and then prescribes you these antibiotics. And they're long lasting antibiotics too. So that's good. Well, yeah, I think it is. And now they have a thing to where you can buy them for your kids. Whenever I did the review on the company and everything, at that time you couldn't do it for your kids, but now they have it for kids.
Well, I made me an appointment to see my regular doctor in April. And probably after April, after I talk to my doctor, I probably need to get up with you on where to get it from.
Yeah, next time they do a sale, because they do all kinds of things all the time with the cells and stuff. I'm going to contact them and update my code, and then I'll post it in my my
Hey.
community tab or something.
Hello, Miss Little Lone Prepper. I hope you've had a good day today and missed mischief. Boy, when I read names, I have to do it slow.
Now, I've always said that for prepping, only prep stuff that you like. And I know Jeff, he likes beans too. And beans are really cheap, easy to store. You can can them. That way they're ready to eat right there. Canning them's real easy. All you have to do is fill a little bit in your jar and the rest with liquid, and you're good to go. 1/4
cup to a pint. Okay. Then when you set them in a canner, trust me, you ain't hardly gonna have no room.
Oh yeah, when you take them out, when you first put them in there, you have all that liquid space, and then whenever you take them out of the canner, it's like whoop, it's full with beans.
Yeah, but remember this right here, okay? 90% of what you prep, make sure if you had to, in emergency only, you can eat it without warming it up. You know.
No, CJ, what was that? I didn't see it. How far up was it?
Because you never know. Long term, you may not have no gas. You may not have no power.
Yeah.
And you really don't want other people knowing that you got food, because if they know, they're going to want it too.
Oh, and believe it or not, those little coffee things that you can plug in, and they have them now that you can plug them into USB. You can put a jar on that, and it'll heat that jar up. It may take a half an hour, 40 minutes, but that thing will heat that jar up, and you don't have to start a fire or anything like that.
Really? And CJ, that keeps them for a good while.
It depends what you're putting in. If you're just leaving it the way it is, because I think it depends how long you're expecting to leave it in the Mylar bags. Do you have a vacuum sealer? Because if you can get away with not using an oxygen absorber, because that's extra money, if you can just vacuum seal it with a vacuum sealer, that would be good. But unless you're going to have it, if it's just by itself, then I probably wouldn't worry about it. I would just make it airtight as possible, depending how long you're wanting to keep the tomato bouillon stuff.
Harvest Mary, with that question that you just asked right there, email me and I'll get back with you either tonight or sometime tomorrow. But it's going to come down to this right here. Like I said, You got to be careful because when the time comes, there will be marauders out there.
Oh, yeah.
And if they can smell it, bet your sweet bottom dollar, you're going to have visitors. So you've got to be careful.
And believe it or not, when everybody talks about rocket stoves and everything, that is one good way to control a fire for canning. Because it's a constant heat. If you make the where it comes out at a certain width, that's a really good way because you don't have wind blowing the flame back and forth. It's constant heat on a pressure cooker. And the thing is, you can't use a pressure cooker. There's a lot of people say, "Oh, yeah, you can." The thing is, pressure cookers or pressure canners are aluminum, unless you can find one that's made from something else. But every one I've seen is aluminum. Aluminum melts. Eventually, aluminum will melt, and if you get it too hot, if you can't control it, it'll warp the bottom of the pressure canner.
Yeah.
You can do the same thing to water bathe it. It just takes double the time.
Miss Grandma, I hope I'm right. Miss Grandma has got a question for you.
I'm looking. How far up is it?
7:32 timestamp.
Oh, here it is. Oh no,
it's before Bunky's Garden. Hello.
Yeah.
She's
talking to Shift Kicker.
Oh, is she? Okay.
Can you get Bushcrafter's attention? You got my attention.
Do now anyway. Okay, Shift Kicker, Miss Grandma has a question. Okay, what do the question say? 101, not. Somebody is going to have to come up with a video, and I know there's a bunch of people out there that can do this. I, for one, cannot. Cannon on an open fire. It's going to be water.
Make did. She didn't do. She did.
She did
water bathe. Yeah.
Right.
And like I said, you can try it, but I wouldn't do it because, like I said, aluminum. If you get it too hot, it's going to warp, and if the top seal warps and releases that lid, anything around there is going to be burned really bad.
No. Well, see, I'm looking at it like this right here. Okay.
Yeah, and like you said, you can take a torch to aluminum, and it'll just go right through. You won't see it. You don't. It won't show like it's big red, and then it just melts.
Well, see, I'm thinking about in the 1800s. Okay, they prepped. By God, I don't care who it was. They prepped. They put up canned food. They damn sure didn't have electricity, so they had to do it by open fire. And I'm pretty sure somebody knows somebody that knows how to do that.
Yeah, I'm not sure what you mean. The letters from Statistics Canada. Yeah, that's the thing. I haven't. They may make stainless steel ones, but I've never seen one. I always see the cast aluminum. That's why I said if it comes down to it, there'll be people canning in your water bathe canners. The big pots.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just the same thing. It's just double the time on the meats, like the jellies and stuff. It's the normal time, but like on meat, you have to double the time. Like if it only takes 90 minutes in a pressure canner,
it'll take about 3 hours.
Yeah. Oh,
Now,
see, they do make them. Yeah. Actually, I do have an old one, but I haven't. I'm pretty sure it's. And the easy way to tell is put a magnet on it and see if the magnet sticks. If it doesn't, it's aluminum.
well, now, Be Charming. She posted, I've canned over a Coleman stove. That's a fire, yes. Okay, that may be a fire, but it's gas. I'm talking about a wood fire, where you have to chunk wood in and you got to regulate the heat that way. That's going to be the hardest thing to control is regulating the heat because you can't get it too hot and you can't let it die down either.
Yeah, that I'd be worried about that right there. I wouldn't want to take part of that. They can keep their $175 if depending if they're just asking questions. Then I would just rattle off a bunch of junk if it's just questions. But if they're wanting to do a physical and stuff on me, they ain't touching me. No.
I'm not bending over for nobody. But Lisa, you ain't got to worry about it no more. She told me to quit talking with food in my mouth. I didn't think it was that noticeable.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't talking. Look, when you ain't had nothing to eat.
Yeah, exactly. I wouldn't. No. If they did poke you with something, to test something or whatnot, you don't know what they're putting in you in the first place.
No.
And that goes for certain tests that they stick in your nose and whatnot. I heard a lot of bad stories about that stuff. I'm not going to go into it tonight, but yeah.
I think they stick Q-tips in there to clean your brain.
Well, they do two tests. They do it twice. So the first one puts something, the second one tests for it. That's all I'm going to say about it. Yeah.
Okay.
That's one thing I heard.
You know what?
Yeah, I would just. They come to the door, tell them you got the flu. Make sure you don't cover your mouth when you cough when they come to the door. They'll leave real quick.
Where is this taking place at?
In Canada.
Oh, okay. Heroic Prepper, welcome to the big top, sir.
Yeah, this chat is like it's being wonky. I'll see something and it disappears all of a sudden.
You've noticed that too.
Yeah, that's what I keep missing somebody's comment, and I'm like, where'd it go?
You don't think it's the bot messing with them, do you?
No. Because the bot's not posting too much stuff.
Hello, Independent Mary. I hope you having a good evening. But
In fact, I don't even see the bot.
I wish I could sit down
Yeah, there it is.
down stuff that comes to thought. I can make about 6 hours of video on this stuff.
Hey, cat lady.
Hello, how you be?
Another good thing for prepping is good old rice. And I'm not talking about brown rice or any other, just plain white rice, because there's a lot of talk that it's no good. It's bad for your health. And you could say the same thing about brown rice. For one thing, brown white rice is not going to last very long at all. It goes bad within a year, unopened or fresh in the bag. But it's because it's got oil in it. Anything that has oil will go rancid quicker. The thing is, there's some people like rice and some don't. And I would, if you don't like rice,
Don't buy it.
Yeah, you can always. I don't like to tell people not to buy it, but I don't like to say get a whole bunch of it. Do get some, and store it the way it needs to be stored. You put it in the freezer, keep it there for a few days. Take it out, let it set a day, and then put it in cans or jars and vacuum seal them, or use Mylar bags, whatever the case on that. If you don't eat it, it's something to barter. And like I was talking, I think on my other channel, I do believe barter system is going to be coming back, especially when there's going to be no more money, no physical money anymore. And we have been digital for at least 10 years now. And now it's got to the point that very, very seldom do people pay with actual, dollars. I remember I used to have a dish for coins. Whenever I come home, I'd put all my coins in this dish, and then at the end of the month, I would wrap it up and then put it aside or whatnot.
Yeah,
you don't really have that anymore. You hardly ever save any coins anymore because of that.
Now people pay by card now.
Yeah, that car's the big thing. Now, what other things are cheap right now, Jeff? Would you say?
Believe it or not, I'm going to say off-brand vegetables, your corn, your green beans. They may not
it's
have
just
the taste that you want, but once you throw them in the pot, you throw a ham hock or something like that in the beans and a little bit of this, a little bit of that, it's going to taste just like Mama made.
Just don't get the Walmart brand. You do research, find out where where it comes from, because you don't want the stuff that comes from China, because they put in stuff in their food to make it grow really fast, and it's like steroids.
Yeah,
and it's very bad to eat in the first place. That's why they say when you're making anything with the garlic, with the honey and stuff, never get the stuff that comes from China, because it's laced with bad chemicals. It's the same thing with their corn, their wheat, their rice and stuff. If you can get, there's certain rices that you don't want to mess with either. That's where you got to do a lot of research on that stuff.
Well, let me give you an example. Okay. How many people in here uses meat tenderizer? Okay. I want you, for the people that do, I want you to stop and think about this right here. Think about what it's doing to that meat. And then you're going to turn around and eat it. What's it going to do to your stomach later on? It's going to do the same thing, like that. And let me back up because
one of the best meat tenderizers is pineapple.
Yes, it is. But a lot of people, they go buy that powdered meat tenderizer, or somewhere like it. Don't buy that stuff.
Yeah, it's packed with that icky, the bad sodium. Well, most sodium is bad anyway, but there's that powder chemical sodium that's real bad for you.
It is. Now, Pete in chat said black garbage bags. Okay, taped to the windows works great for blackout conditions. Mm-hmm. Well, if you ain't got at least 2 or 3 boxes of 55-gallon trash bags, black, what are you doing sitting here listening to us? Take your tail to the store and buy some. I know they're going to be a little bit on the expensive side.
Yeah. Everything is.
Yeah. I mean, and if you think it's expensive now, give it a month, give it 6 months. Y'all going to be sitting there, man, I should listen to him. He was right. Go get it now.
Yeah, and there's been lives that I've been talking about this stuff, and there'll be somebody saying, "Oh, it's a waste of money to prep food and stuff because it's always there and whatnot." And just like I was talking the other day, is I had the other day I cooked a meal and it was hamburger from 2019, and it was $1.29 a pound for this hamburger. It was 90-10 hamburger, and nowadays you'd be lucky if you can get it on sale for under $4. Yeah. if you can find it for under $4. And I'm not talking about the icky Walmart junk.
Well, I've sat here and I've thought about this right here. Okay. Everybody, even myself included, we talk junk about Walmart. Well, they've earned the right to be talked about. But now, in small towns, I want y'all to think about this, that has Walmarts that don't have a huge population in people, okay? Walmart packs up and they leave. You got mom and pop stores coming in, okay? Mom and pop stores is going to be outrageous. I mean, if grocery stores is bad, that's the only reason Walmart is really in. They're knocking down competition like that. There is no more mom and pop stores, which I truly miss. I really do. But if they come back, they're going to be so damn high priced, can't nobody afford them.
Yeah, when we had one here, it wasn't so much mom and pop. It was an IGA, but it was not affiliated or anything like that. So they would have sales on certain things. And one of the things I used to love getting is a box of bacon parts and pieces, it wasn't the strips or anything. And I get 10 pounds for $10. And you can't find that now. Walmart doesn't carry bacon.
What you're talking about, I seen just the other day at Piggly Wiggly.
Well, yeah, that's Piggly Wiggly. Yeah, they don't have that up here. Like I said, I have Walmart, Aldi's, and Bueller's. That's it. Unless I go 40 miles to go to another store.
Mm. But I mean, you know, I think I'm the number one shit talker when it comes to Walmart. But I mean, it's mainly bad, but yet it does have, it's good to it. Okay. It's put people to work, you know, that, well, wants to work or just working, you know.
Yeah.
Like
Walmart won't want to see my video tomorrow.
let me do an hour special on Walmart.
I'm ragging on Walmart tomorrow. 25 things you don't want to buy at Walmart.
Oh, hot dog. What time is this going to take place?
I don't know if I'm going to do it in the morning or night or at 5. So I'll probably do it at 5 o'clock again.
Well, I'm not coming up. I'm going to sit back and I'm going to let you talk. Carol Z, truthfully, I don't think the only thing you need to understand about Walmart is they're not for the American. It's not like it was when the daddy had it. Okay, I'll say that right there.
Yeah. About the salads, anything comes in a bag.
Oh God.
They say it's you have a 35% chance of picking a bag up and getting sick from that bag of salad.
Yeah.
Because the majority of the time when you see recalls, it's usually about, spinach or lettuce or whatever wasn't cleaned, and you get all those. And it's just as cheap to go get a head of lettuce, and just take a few leaves off of it, and it's a lot cleaner than what you would get in those bags.
Yeah,
I was really surprised when it said 35% chance of getting sick from just a random bag. You pick a bag up, you have a 35% chance of getting sick, and there are some people that can't get that sick. If they get sick from salmonella or whatever, it's very bad for them.
Well, I'm looking at it like this. That bag salad is done on a line. Okay. How many leaves of lettuce or carrots or whatever has been dropped on the floor? People's walked on them and got picked back up and I mean,
that could be anything.
Yeah. Hello, Chuck. But well, it ain't just Walmart; it's anywhere.
Oh yeah, it's
just
like Dole, the company Dole.
Yeah,
they've had so many recalls and stuff. It's not funny. It's just you think it's all fresh and everything.
It's not fresh.
So, and the stuff that they prepackage and everything, I see so many people open that stuff up and just and eat it. That stuff is not clean. It's just cut up and looking pretty and all.
Just like a bag of grapes. There's going to be people open them up and grab a hand and grab a few of them and eat them.
And I it's weird. I wash my bananas before I peel them because I know what goes on in ships and stuff that's hauling these bananas to you. There's rats and mice that walk over them. They take a dump. They pee on them, and they put them in the store. They don't go and spray them down and wash them. It just gets put up on the thing, and you pick them up. And when you're peeling that banana with your hand, and then you touch the banana and you eat it, and then you wonder why you're on the toilet 6 or 7 times in an hour.
Well, look at it like this. If you want fresh, go to a farmer's market or plant your garden. And I know there's going to be a bunch of people in chat that's going to say, well, I ain't got room to plant a garden. I'm not saying this to y'all. I'm just saying for people who's got land, plant a garden or go to a farmer's market. 80% of the stuff you get at the farmer's market will be fresh. I mean, that's really all I can say, but I don't care, fresh or not fresh, wash them. If you have to, get you a brush, wash your tomatoes, your carrots, pull your leaves, lettuce, cabbage off, wash that, get all the dirt out of it, just wash it and wash them nasty hands. There's a lady that me and the wife watches. I cannot think of her name. And she cooks. Is what she does in her videos. And every time she says, make sure you wash them nasty hands.
When I was in the hospital, I couldn't peel a banana. I had to get somebody else to do it.
Yeah, when my wife was in the hospital, they wouldn't let her have fruit. It was there for a long time.
I couldn't peel a banana. They let me have banana, but I couldn't peel it.
Yeah. They let her have a banana, but somebody had to peel it for her. Oh, thanks, Sniffer. I really needed that. How charming. I'm glad somebody noticed.
Then it had to be washed off.
Yeah, it's even like the cans and stuff. There's so many rodents that run upon your cans and stuff. Your cans of soda. So many people just open that thing up and drink, not knowing anything, and wonder why they get sick sometimes. Oh, there must be a bug going around. No, it's
rats.
Yeah.
Autumn Leaf has a question. How do you store seeds to last long term or at least several years?
Some you can actually vacuum seal. Some like beans are naturally, you can just leave them the way they are and just seal them up. You just want to make sure it's a cool, dry place. Mainly, there are some say that put them in a freezer, but there are some seeds that will germinate if you put them in a freezer. It jumps their germination, so that when you take them out, they're ready to go. And then if you don't plant them, you just killed that seed. So, to me, my opinion, I wouldn't put seeds in the freezer. I would just seal them up. I keep mine in a sealable container and just keep them in a cool, dark place.
Sniffer, you about as much of a butthole as I am. You're welcome. I can't pronounce the name. Well, wait a minute. She says, I do not buy canned food at all. Okay. If you buy frozen vegetables, what are you going to do when the power goes out for more than 3 days? All that food has been wasted unless you go ahead and can it. Yes, you can fresh vegetables.
Oh, yeah.
But
hey, will it grow?
And for people that do not know how to can, right now is the best time to get up on YouTube and learn how to do it.
Yeah, there's tons. I have people up here all the time for that teaches you how to can and stuff.
Well, I'm gonna do a plug right quick for ones who really don't know about canning and water bathing. Go to Make It Make.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
and she did a live. Did you see her live?
No, wait a minute. That was what, about a week ago?
A little over a week, yeah.
Yeah, I saw that.
Oh,
But she's supposed to be getting back up with me, but she never has yet. But I mean, you've got good people out there who can do this. And then you got some people out there that just wants to get up and be in front of a camera. You know,
oh yeah.
You've got to sit there and you've got to figure out who is right, who is wrong. And there will be some videos that you're going to think is good, but they're not going to tell you how much of this to put in or how much of that to put in like that. Thank you, Chef Kicker.
Yeah. And it's good to get a book, that official book. There are some recipe books that are good, but for just basic, canning chicken or canning beans or potatoes, there's a certain amount of time that you're supposed to leave it in, and there's steps to ensure that you don't end up with botulism or just really bad smelling chicken or something like that.
Well, now, if you do it right, you really ain't got to worry about botulism. Okay. I'll put it like that. But when you first starting out how to do it, you're going to be scared to death.
Oh, yeah. Especially the pressure canner.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of people that are scared to death of that thing because there's all that pressure behind it. And they see these videos where there's a hole in the roof or the stove is completely destroyed. And that is because they missed steps or they did something wrong. They cranked it up and didn't watch the pressure.
Exactly. Now
that's where you need to follow a guideline that you do the same thing every time when you do the canning.
Well, now just because you pressure can and it's got to sit on a stove for an hour and a half, don't think you can run outside and play with the youngins or go fishing or something like that. You've got to be there the whole time, because the pressure can regulate. It can go up, it can go down. Once it goes down,
I should bring that box in here. I think I have one in here.
But once the pressure goes down on it, you got to start all over again. And there are 2 or 3 fail safes on a pressure canner, that won't cause it to explode. But if you walk away and leave it, it will. Okay.
Let me get that out of the way. As you can tell, there's a whole guide on there.
Huh.
Most of it's green, but yeah, you can kind of make it out.
I ain't even checked mine out. And
they all have that on there.
Now that's a fire in the background.
Yeah, it's back of my neck's getting a little toasty.
Is it? Well, I can see a couple of your hairs done singed.
Yeah, I wish I was sitting right there though.
Let's see. Who was it? I'm going back in chat because there was another one that was brought up. Let me see. The cans. Do-da-do-da-day. Oh, yeah. Relish. Well, what was her name? Okay. Now, evidently, my eyes playing tricks on me again.
Yeah, I had that one because I'm almost out of my cowboy candy relish. I should have made more. I would have made more, but yeah, I had a little bit of jalapenos, but not very much.
You're gonna have to update that video.
Yeah, Rebel Canner's a good one. I still need to get with her about coming up here. Yeah, I don't think I was supposed to have somebody here tomorrow, but they haven't got back to me, so probably not going to have nobody for tomorrow's live. We'll have to see.
Grace Johnson, you got a steal on that one, depending on how big it was. She bought a cast iron kettle for a fire pit for $40.
Oh yeah,
I think the smallest one I've seen has been well over $100.
Yeah.
But then again, the type I want is like a witch's pot.
Oh, cauldron.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's what I want. And I ain't got no $300-400 for one of them things.
Yeah, but who you can get to pick that thing up? Those things are heavy. Are you talking about the big ones that are big as round as you?
So, well, I can get a crane to go on the back of my truck to put it in, and I got a chain hoist here at the house. You know, and if somebody messes with me too much, I know what we're gonna have for supper. But I've been wanting to make what the hell is that?
Vineshell stew?
Yeah, I've been wanting to make some homemade, old school Brunswick. Yes, I cannot pronounce it. Brunswick stew. I'm talking with rabbit, squirrel, like that.
Yeah.
But not tell people I got rabbit and squirrel in it.
Why? That's the best part.
I know, but you know how these damn weak ass people are.
Yeah.
You killed the rabbit. You killed the squirrel. You don't. I didn't kill them. They just committed suicide. They took the fur off and jumped in there.
That's simple.
Yeah, I've seen a squirrel get hit on the road, and I pulled over, picked him up, and took him home and ate him.
Hey, I've done that.
If it gets hit a certain way, then it doesn't mess with the meat, then it's good to go.
As long as he's not flat, you're
Yeah.
To the road.
Yeah, like the wife said, or glued to the road.
Yeah.
But if he's still got steam coming out, hey, you fine.
Yeah.
Now, them West Virginia people up there, they got roadkill cafes up all over the place. They good. Just be careful of what type of oysters you get to eat.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. My wife.
Squirrel jerky.
Yeah. Hey, Harvest, is that fresh or is that done been cooked a little bit?
Yeah, they have squirrels around here, but I wouldn't eat, city squirrels.
Oh, hell no. They too tame. They ain't got that taste.
No, it's what they eat.
Y'all feed your corn, don't you?
No, they eat in the trash cans and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Well, see, what I'm saying is go buy you a couple of bags of deer corn and pour them out in your backyard, and tell the squirrels, this is for my deer. Any squirrel I catch eating them, I'm going to shoot them,
Mm.
and put a sign up too, so you won't get in trouble.
Yeah.
I'm gonna read that.
Yeah.
Now, if it came down to it and there was no, bad stuff coming about and whatnot, yeah, I would eat city squirrel, but
Pete in here, it starts out, this is Miss Pete. They get harder to debone when they are flat. Well, I kind of agree with you on that. You got to pick splinters out then. But how in the world did we get on roadkill food?
Hey, Peanut.
Now I'm wanting to set my truck up and go get me a deer or two. Hopefully a cow. I've got, 5 pecan trees. I've got about 3 black walnut trees. I've got 3 or 4 persimmon trees. I've got a berry tree, not a bush. I got the tree. And I just realized why I'm seeing more squirrels and rabbits in my yard than my neighbors got.
That's why.
I'm going to have to go, never mind. I'm going to have to go buy me a pellet gun to stock up on some meat. Oh, you should have seen that look my wife just gave me. I don't care. She's looked at me like that before. It ain't the first time. It won't be the last time. Ain't that going to be something? Y'all going to witness a murder here if I keep running my mouth.
Yeah, I've seen. I remember when peanuts used to be a good thing to stock up on for preps. And people are going to say you can't prep peanuts. You have anybody ever heard of boiled peanuts?
Oh, I used to do that.
They're in a can, and believe it or not, you can that's a really good way because you can can peanuts.
Yeah. And them in a can, they not that bad either.
No, it's really good protein.
Mm-hmm. I had people come up to me to pay me to boil peanuts for them. When I was doing it, I put, and Lord God, for people who has never boiled peanuts, this is from experience. Okay?
As soon as Peanut comes up here, the nut house, we start talking about killing nuts.
For people who has never boiled peanuts, all right, you got to put, depending on what type of stock pot you use and how many peanuts you put in there, you put about a half a cup of salt to it. Okay. Now, wait until them peanuts have cooled off before you taste them. Because if you keep tasting them peanuts while they're boiling, you'll never taste the salt. It's as they're cooling off, they're drawing the salt up into the shells.
Oh,
the first thing I done was like a damn cow lick. I had to throw every one of them away. I put about 3 cups of salt in that thing.
Yeah, I remember getting the little bag of peanuts and a Coke and pouring the peanuts in there.
Really?
Yeah.
Man, my daddy showed me how to do that when, I was 6 or 7 years old.
Yeah, they're expensive now.
God, yeah, they what about $2 a bag, and you don't even get half the bag now as you did 5 years ago.
Oh no.
But I reckon getting back to it. Let's see.
Just to let people know, people eat Cajun boiled peanuts and drink beer and use your RV toilet.
Who said that? Oh,
Dana B.
Now hand him a roll of toilet paper and tell him the woods is about 2 miles up the road. I hadn't thought about that. But just start. I mean, now more than ever. Appalachian prepper with Petra mentioned, and I saw a video today where she said prep for 2 years. Forget this 6 months, 3 months, or a year. Go all out, prep for 2 years at least.
Yeah, they tell you to do it for 3 days. Everybody should have 3 days of food, 3 days of water. Yeah. What happens after day 2 weeks? You have no food. How many times? Well, look it up, Michigan and the states that lost power for a week. What would happen to all these people that only had 3 days of food? 3 days of food is hardly anything.
Ginger Ninja, where you live at? I'll come down there and clean a couple of them pots out myself. I mean, come on now. Because when this hits, it ain't going to be no warning or nothing like that. It's going to be bam, it's here. We did all the warning we could do.
That's why people there's all these storms, there's people that die. And some of it's because they froze or whatever. But if we, the crazy preppers are so bad, at least that we're the ones that are still alive when stuff like this happens. Look at Texas, when they froze down there, people were taking in barbecue grills to heat their houses and wondering why they're not there anymore, because that's how we heated our house. You don't do that, and that's somebody that wasn't prepared. That expect for the government to help them out when things get bad.
Yeah, right. Good luck. Lively prep. I'm going to do a fast recap. I'm telling everybody to prep for at least 2 years. Forget about this 3 days, 6 months, 1 year stuff. Go all out. That's like Appalachian prepper with Petra said. I'm stealing her words on this, but it makes sense because the government damn sure as hell is not going to be there to help you at all. They're going when it comes down to it, they're going to round you up. For the people who can't take care of themselves. So, and I'm going to leave that alone there because that's a touchy subject. But, go ahead, buy frozen vegetables, learn how to can. We got summer coming up, go ahead and buy fresh beans. Learn how to can them. Yeah, do your pintos, do your navy, do your black beans, do all your beans. The beans that you want.
Bobby, water technically water doesn't go bad. The only reason it goes bad is the way it's preserved. So if you preserve it right, water won't go bad. It'll go stale, but it will not go bad.
Okay, Casey Davis says, "Yeah, I'm out of space." Okay, how much space do you have up underneath your bed? How much drawer space do you have? How much space do you have in your closet? Do you have a basement? Do you have an attic? If you've got an attic, put a board up there and start stocking.
I have some cases of canned goods as end tables. I just cover them up with a little cloth, and you never know. It's just sitting there. They work good, and if I needed to break down that end table, at least I have some food. You'd be surprised where you can find a place to put a few stacks of cases of food.
Casey Davis said, "All that's taken up. I'm coming to your house when shift hits the fan in."
Yeah.
Well, but I mean, use your imagination, really.
That was a bad idea, though, Jeff. You don't. Attics are the hottest place in your house. You don't want to store stuff in your attic.
Well, that's a figure of speech. I was on the roll, okay? But I mean, wherever you got space,
Yeah.
The way it is with me and my wife, hell, our youngest forgot where we live at, So I ain't worried about somebody coming in, It don't nobody show up. But you got a 3-foot space on your wall. Start stacking.
Mm-hmm. I've seen people in hallways stack on one side, and they'll have it go all the way up to their ceiling of cases of stuff. As long as they can get through, it's probably not the best thing because it could be a fire hazard. But depending on your hallways, some hallways are you couldn't do that. But
yeah. Well, now Autumn Leaf says she's been getting rid of furniture to make room for hers. I mean, if you got room between your couch and wall, bam, there you go.
Yeah. It's you can always look around and see spots that I could put a 3 cases of water right there, or you look under your table or something.
Exactly.
There's room for
5-gallon
bucket of dried beans or something like that.
Yeah. Casey Davis, you are right. People in apartments will have it rough.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no doubt about that. That's why for the last, 2 years, we've been telling everybody, get out of the city. Your realtors, they're not selling places that are out in the rural areas, out in the country. They're trying to move everybody to the city. Get out, get in your car. Go sightseeing. Did you see an empty house? Ask about it. You know, if you've got family that live out in the county, become friends with them. You know, I mean, and the further off the road you get, it's probably going to be better off.
Yeah. If you can find that nowadays.
Yeah. As long as there's more than 2 or 3 of you, you know, because you just remember this right here. If you can't see nobody, then can't nobody see you when you need it, unless you got help. And I'm going to leave that alone right there.
Yeah, and like I said, I've built my bed up higher. Some may not be able to do that for health reasons and whatnot. It's harder for you to, but some beds are so low that you have to squash down to get on your bed, unless you're short. But I raise my bed up so I can put stuff underneath it. You can store a lot of stuff underneath the bed.
Shit, the bed I used to have, when I sat down on it, my knees was higher than my head. I had to bed first thing in the morning like that. Yeah. You couldn't find nothing to grab a hold to except for your knees, and that didn't work.
I can see old Jeff doing the booty shuffle trying to get out of his bed.
Oh, man. I had to roll out of the bed on the floor so I can get up. And now the bed I got is so cotton picking high. When I jump out of the bed, I missed the floor. But
yeah, just take the time and just walk around your house and look where you could move something, and you could put 5-6 cases of whatever vegetables, and if you can get the cans of the Chef Boyardees and that type of thing, those are a meal right there. If you can get them without the pop top lids, which you can, and it's usually the dollar stores or the Aldi's and stuff like that. The regular Chef Boyardees, it's just a name, and it comes with a pop top, so it'll last 6 to 8 months, and that's it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Compound 63. He saw today where Walmart was leaving the state of Illinois. I can go both ways. I can say hot damn, or I can say I feel for y'all.
Well, they've been doing that. In Oregon, they left the cities. There are certain cities that they're pulling out of, and Chicago's one of them.
I can understand Chicago. Okay.
Anything around Chicago, because it's pretty much all connected. So, and like I said, because I did a video of a bunch of companies that are leaving certain color states, and I'm not talking about people, the color states that they are, and they're leaving it because, that, and it's just, they want to be on the good side, I guess you would put it.
Well, for the ones where the cities don't have no Walmart, walk around, check the prices on stuff in other stores. I'm going to about bet you right now it's going to be higher than what it was when Walmart was there. That's the only good thing I can say about Walmart. It kept the competitors from going sky high with prices. Bush beans are on sale for $1. Canned good prices. Carol Z. And what state do you live in? Because come payday, I may end up coming up there.
No, you're not.
I said I may. You don't know what I'm going to do.
I know what you're gonna do.
That's a hard question.
There has been talk about that. When the thing was in high bloom, there were
Starting out.
a lot of Walmarts that were converted into something. Not sure what, but that all got brushed under the table. You didn't hear no more about it all of a sudden.
Well, now
TJ had a warehouse that was supposed to be empty, and during this, they were moving a lot of stuff in and out of this factory.
Yeah,
and they had security around it and everything. So you always kind of pay attention to those little things like that because you never know.
Sea Harvest, Merry Moon, that's what I'm talking about. But now, some of the Walmarts, I'm not going to say all of them, depending on what city that they was in and what they was close to. I have heard there's tunnels up underneath some of them that connect to certain things. But that right there is talk. I do not have nothing to back me up on that. Maybe somebody can be walking around in a Walmart and fall in one of them holes and take a picture.
Well, I don't know who's going to be live tonight. Tin's going to be live tonight.
10 goes live past my bedtime though.
At 11 o'clock, so Eastern time. So if you're up and about 11 o'clock, she has a good show, and sometimes I jump up on there too. So make sure you go. Oh, Shift Kicker's already thinking ahead of me.
Shift Kicker's got some of the fastest typing of any one person I know of.
That's what I thought. I just looked and because I was going to start sending people over at 8 o'clock, but I don't see her on. Oh, there it is. She just popped up.
Oh, really?
Oh, it's a premiere. Yeah, so let me go ahead and get that link here.
And type in chat Bushy Bear and sent y'all over there.
There you go. Everybody head on over there. And I'm not sure about tomorrow. So if I don't have a live, I'll be back. I'll be over at Jeff's on Thursday, and then we'll have our normal live on Friday here. I want to thank everybody for hanging out with us. Make sure you head over there and tell Lake what's going on and whatnot, and say hey from us. And we'll catch you on the next one.
Adios.
Have